Heat at the Magic. NBA game predictions for December 17th, 2021. There are 8 games today. I have gotten my spreads and over-unders from FanDuel, and I'll be giving my insight on all the over-unders and spreads for the games for today. For the Heat at the Magic, I expect the Heat to cover the spread at -4 due to the fact they have been playing well against higher tier teams, and the Magic are, of course, in that bottom fourth, maybe possibly one of the worst teams in the league. So I expect the Heat to continue their winning ways and win by at least 4, likely more. And I expect this to go over 208.5, just because I don't expect the Magic's defense to restrain the Heat that much. And it'll be likely 118 points from the Heat, maybe like between 112 and 118. So therefore, Magic just have to score in the low hundreds and high 90s to cover. For the Warriors at the Celtics, the Warriors -3. The Warriors are one of the best teams in the league, and they have Draymond Green to defend Jason Tatum, and that's their main scoring option on the Celtics. And if 25 of your shots are going to be defended by Draymond Green, because Tatum shoots about 25 shots a game for every time I check the stat line, you're going to have a bad time. So Warriors by at least -3, and then if the Celtics are going to have a hard time scoring the ball, I do expect us to go under 214 then. For Denver at the Hawks, I expect the Hawks to cover the -4. After Denver's performance at home against the Wolves, they should be disappointed in that effort, but I still think the Hawks will come out and beat the Nuggets. That's because they have Clint Capella to contain Jokic, so that's going to be slowing down the offense for the Nuggets. So hence why I think this will go under 222.5. Just because Jokic, I think he'll still have like a good game, but like not like 30 plus points, a huge amount of rebounds. He'll still have like at least 10 rebounds, but not like 18 rebounds, 16 rebounds, like that much. And then under 225.5, mostly due to the defense on the Nuggets. For the Bucks at the Pelicans, I expect the Bucks to win by -3. New Orleans, bottom third of the league. Bucks, even though there's health and safety protocols with Giannis and Middleton, the Bucks came out and beat the Pacers with their crew, so that should have a lot of confidence in those next man up type of deals. So I expect the same from the Bucks. It's going to be the same crew, but maybe like a Grayson Allen will step up more. Someone like that, just like someone unexpected, just make like 3 baskets in a row, kind of change the momentum of the game, make a bigger lead to the Bucks, which hence Bucks should end up winning this game. But I do expect to go under 260.5 because the Bucks, their bench and the players that are left, they are a defensive-minded bunch, so I expect their schemes to slow down the Pelicans. And since there's not a like main scorer on the Bucks, it's going to be more reliant on their passes and plays to get buckets, so under 216.5. For the Spurs at the Jazz, the spread is pretty large at 12, but I still think the Jazz can cover the -12 spread due to the fact they're playing at home, and the Utah's home crowd is notorious for being tough to play at. So I will lean towards a large win from the Jazz. And if they get hot from 3, it's hard to beat them if they're making all their 3-point shots, which they shoot a lot of. That is for sure. So hence why I'm also taking the over 224. Just because if the Jazz get hot from 3, they're having over 120 points easy, and possibly 130, which makes it the Spurs not to have to score as much to cover this 224. which I do expect the Spurs to have a hard time keeping up scoring with the Jazz, so hence why I have these two picks. For the Lakers at the Wolves, I am taking the Wolves -1. I've been very impressed with them as of late. And seeing how they played against the Nuggets, if you're going to leave shooters wide open to shoot, I don't expect them to miss. These are the pros. And that's what Minnesota did against the Nuggets. And if the Lakers do that same tactic as they did against the Wolves, I expect the Wolves to win this probably more than by 1 point, maybe by like 5 or 6. Then I am expecting over 223.5, just because Wolves like to play a little faster, so there'll be more points on the board. And then due to the Lakers' lack of defense, I expect this to also go over. Hence, Minnesota will be scoring a lot. For the Grizzlies at the Kings, I have the Grizzlies -4.5. Kings are, once again, bottom third of the league, and Grizzlies have been playing very consistently. So it's safer to bet on the Grizzlies -4.5 and at least winning the game just due to their consistency. And then under 225.5. If the Kings get hot, then yeah, I'll go over, but they'll also win. But I think it's more likely that the Grizzlies will play better defense than the Kings getting hot, so I'll be leaning towards under 225.5. For the Hornets at the Trailblazers, I'm leaning towards the Hornets +1.5 due to the fact that Portland has been struggling as of late. Lillard is back. He is getting more back into playing shape and has been playing better. But I do expect the Hornets to come out and win. But I do expect this to go under 225.5. It will be a lot of 3 points, but I just feel like, I just sense this will go under, even though there will just be a lot of 3-point shots. I just feel like they're both going to shoot like in the 30s for 3 points. So I'm just not getting good vibes from this game. And then yesterday's results for my spreads and over-unders, I was actually perfect on both the spreads and over-unders. Even though the over-unders, I didn't have them out, so here's what I would think it would happen. So some might have been a little more safe than what the bookies would have chosen, but my thoughts were correct. And then from today's picks, what I think would be the best if you want to get even better returns, I'd move that spread for the Warriors to -6.5, just because they're playing the Celtics. And Celtics are kind of up and down, but Warriors have been very consistent. And then for the over and unders, I'd move that under to 219.5, because if you really believe that Memphis is going to win that game and believe that they're going to contain Sacramento, so under 219.5. So thanks for watching. Always comment your predictions and player picks to help others out and get an idea for what other people are feeling for their picks for the day. And once again, thanks for watching.